We're going to formally begin the proceedings in a moment with Gordon and I making some opening remarks, and then we'll ask everybody to introduce yourselves, and we'll talk about the process over the next 2 days. But before we do that, we wanted to begin this event the way we like to begin these events, in an important way, recognizing the traditional peoples of this territory, the traditional Coast Salish indigenous peoples of the northwest coast of Canada, and particularly our good friend, dear friend Bill Whyte, Cassidy, and Chris Cook. Kusindas, yes. Bill is from the Coast Salish territory, Chris is from the Kokakea First Nation. And Bill and Chris will lead the way with some opening words, song, and maybe even some dance.
Maybe even. That's not a long list. Before we begin, I just want to really thank you for the invitation to come. It's an amazing honor to be here. We've been fortunate enough to have worked with Philip since 93, 94. It's a very long time. During our time of working together, we really strengthened the voices of at least 3 or 4 very powerful old people within our territory. The late Dr. Samuel Sam, Order of Canada, who's been gone now for 3 or 4 years. The late Agnes Pierre from Catesy, who was very promising and helpful in terms of our understanding our world. I may talk about that a little bit. And my good friend, brother, and colleague, Husam Das, his teacher and my teacher as well, Chief Adam Dick Quaxtestella. We're going to begin by his teacher, Quaxtestella, Quagulth from the north. We worked together. When we came, I need to talk to you before we transition. We parked in the parking lot over here is where the Commonwealth Games occurred. The world was welcomed for the Commonwealth Games in 1994. In that time, we had Coast Salish, Quagulth, and Uchanolth people welcoming the world. Great, large puppets, mountains, and wolves and ancestors were created in an artificial setting, almost maybe 10 times the natural size, just moved across the field. And when they did that, dear ones, during our trying it out before the opening ceremonies, the ancestors, we were standing at the field, and a mountain, a 60-foot mountain was created with hundreds of people underneath, and a wolf came out that was managed by another 40 or so people. When that happened, dear ones, we were standing there. I was standing there with my youngest one, my nephews. And when we were standing there, these things came out. A wind came from this direction into the field. I said to my nephew, remember this. Never ever let yourself be told that you are less than anybody else. Our ancestors have come into this arena. Our ancestors have made themselves known. We'll talk a bit more about that in terms of you, Vic, when we finish this song, if you will. I'm going to ask my colleague, friend, and brother Philip to stand with us, because this is a time, we did this when we were in South Africa visiting with the Great Mothers, the Danaka. That's another story. So I'm going to ask him to join us as we begin this opening prayer. The prayer was, it's wonderful to be here. Quaxtestella, Chief Adam Dick, one of the most significantly trained old people in the Northern Territory. Nobody else has been trained as he has. No other person in his lifetime or ours will we ever see somebody with that much training. in the course of our work with him, learning from him. We learn something from him every day. He gave an Indian name to me, Kasalid. Kasalid. It means he who walks amongst the clouds. With that name came a song, and that song is a healing song, dear ones. And my brother and colleague sings that very well. I invited him to come and spend time with us this morning. It's a song for healing, it's a song for celebration, and it's so we're going to do that to open, and if we could get you to stand, dear Lord. Okay. I'm going to say a prayer whilst he does this. The great Creator reminds us that every day is a new day. The great Creator reminds us that we are products of the past. With great humility, we ask the Creator and the ancestors to join us in celebrating today. With great humility, we ask the Creator and the ancestors to really bring blessings upon the children, all of our children who are not well today. With great blessings and humility, we ask the Creator and the ancestors to really bring strength to those of our relatives who are not well today, who require more strength. More than anything else, we ask the great Creator with great humility and the ancestors to bring forward an energy to help the old people's voices that need strengthening today. We ask the great Creator and the ancestors to really look upon each of you in your journeys, and ask that the great Creator and the ancestors to really bring blessings upon each and every one of you in your path and your work, to celebrate who you are. Our work with the Creator and the ancestors has reminded us that each one of us brings ancestors. We never walk alone. And so as you come here from various parts of this great nation, various parts of the world, we honor each of you. We honor each of your ancestors, for they are the ones who brought songs, who brought prayers, who brought teachings, who brought good ways for us to treat each other, to teach each other. We ask the great Creator and His blessings to bless each and every one of you, dear ones. Lights out.
Santos blessed way, Santos blessed way, Glirmaos, Saskiaos, Naglisu, Osnala,